We've all heard the story, church attendance is falling and the Western church is dying. But what if that's only half the story? What if the very generation everyone expected to walk away from faith is the one leading a quiet, unexpected revival? Yes, we're talking about Gen Z. Today, let's explore this massive paradox. The church is both dying and being reborn, all at the same time. The numbers among older generations seem to confirm the dying part. We've seen a steady decline in church attendance among baby boomers over the last couple of decades. But then, you see this vibrant, growing movement among young people that the headlines often miss. The data shows a fascinating story is unfolding, one that's reshaping the future of faith as we know it. So let's start with the reality we all see. For years, the narrative has been about decline, especially among older generations. Baby boomers, who were once the backbone of church attendance, are attending less frequently than they did in the past. For instance, Barna Group tracking data shows that boomers' attendance has steadily declined over the past 25 years. And it's not just boomers. Gen X has seen pretty flat attendance rates for a while now. This has led many to wonder about the future of the institutional church as it has existed for decades. But here's where the story gets really interesting. Despite the declines, Gen Z Christians are now attending church more frequently than any other generation. According to recent Barna data, the typical Gen Z churchgoer attends about 1.9 weekends a month. That number has nearly doubled since the lows seen around 2020. This is a huge reversal. For the first time in decades, it's the youngest adults, not the oldest, who are the most regular attendees. What makes this even more striking is that Gen Z is also considered one of the least religious generations in US history, with some studies showing about a third identify as religiously unaffiliated. So while fewer young people might identify as Christian in a cultural sense, those who do are showing a much deeper level of engagement. What's pulling them in? It seems to be a search for authenticity, real community, and solid answers in a chaotic world. So what is Gen Z actually looking for? It's not about flashy productions. Research and observation show they are drawn to a few key things. Authentic community. In a world of endless digital connection, Gen Z craves genuine in-person relationships. They want a community that feels real and supportive, where they can be honest about their struggles. This generation is open about mental health and expects the church to be as well. They're looking for safe spaces to talk about anxiety, doubt, and life's big questions without fear of judgment. Gen Z is deeply motivated by causes and wants to see their faith put into action. They are drawn to churches that are actively involved in their communities and care about social and environmental issues. Young people are tired of shallow messages. They are curious about the Bible and want to be challenged with deep, meaningful truth that applies to their real lives. Gen Z doesn't want to just sit in a pew. They are passionate and want to be given real responsibility to serve and lead within the church. One of the most surprising trends in this story is what's happening with young men. Historically, women have been more religious than men, but that gap is closing. In fact, studies show a significant spike in spiritual commitment among young men. One Barna study noted that commitment to Jesus among Gen Z men jumped 15 percentage points between 2019 and 2025. And in the UK, the change is even more dramatic. Monthly church attendance among young men shot up from just 4% in 2018 to 21% in early 2025. This is a huge shift, and it shows that young men aren't just looking for faith, they're actively engaging with it. So what does all of this mean for the church as we look toward the future? Here are a few key priorities that are emerging. Instead of just attracting crowds, the focus is shifting to discipling those who are already there. These engaged young people are hungry to go deeper, and investing in them creates a stronger foundation for the entire community. Thriving churches are the ones that don't just have a youth group, but actively invite young people to lead and shape the entire faith community. It's about giving them a voice and real ownership. Ministry needs to address the real-world experiences of Gen Z: mental health, identity, doubt, and finding purpose. They need to know their struggles are seen and that the gospel speaks to them. Churches need to be third spaces where people can find genuine human connection away from screens. This is a powerful way to fight the loneliness so many young people feel. With casual, cultural Christianity fading, there's a huge opportunity to focus on intentional spiritual growth for those who are truly committed. If you're excited about where the church is heading and want to be part of the conversation, hit that subscribe button and join our community. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is most important for engaging Gen Z today? The church is absolutely at a crossroads. In some ways, it's shrinking, but in others, it's being reborn with a new kind of passion and commitment. As we figure out this new landscape, the core of our faith, an authentic encounter with Christ, is exactly what the next generation is looking for. Churches that lean into this authenticity while adapting to the needs of Gen Z might just find themselves at the center of an incredible spiritual renewal. The future of the church isn't just about holding on, it's about embracing a new chapter of faith. Thanks for watching, and let's see what this new journey brings.